Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Mark Santos. Second referee, Mr. Ryan Vincent Corpus. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our Cignal HD Spikers. Let's begin with our team captain. She wears jersey number 7, Frances Cinia Molina. At number 10, Tony Rose Basas. Wearing jersey number 11, Jacqueline Acuna. At number 15, guest player from Venezuela, Maria Jose Perez. At number 18, Marivic Velaine Meneses. And at number 22, Maria Angelica Cayuna. Starting libero is number 9, Judith Abil. Head coach, Mr. Cesael Shack de los Santos. Calling on our Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Team captain wear jersey number 7, Madeline Irenea Madayag. At number 3, Maria Dina Isabella Wong. Wearing jersey number 6, Aleona Denise Manabang. At number 8, Micah Angela Ortiz. Wearing jersey number 15, Honey Royce Tubino. And at number 20, guest player from Greece, Zoe Zaki. Starting libero is number 16, Tony Rose Ponce. Head coach, Mr. Dante Alinsunurin Jr. Watch out for the flying volleyballs coming your way.
The shots for Choco Mucho. And we take a look at the starting lineup first of Cignal. Interesting that Judith Abel is being made the libero here.
There are a lot of fans that missed Queen A, kung tinatawag nga nila, but it is surprising that she is now fielded in as a libero. Jack Donella will play as the second libero for the HD Spikers. And as for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, automatic ipapasok na nila agad si Dindin Santiago Manabat as their opposite hitter, and Zoe Faki and Royce Tubino will occupy the outside hitter positions in lieu of the absence of CC Rondina.
Have the teams, did the teams rather, require major adjustments because of the absence of the national team players?
I believe so, but this is the reinforced conference, so the foreign guest players will surely boost the attacking department of every squad. You have Zoe Faki for Choco Mucho, then you have the returning MJ Perez for the Cignal HD Spikers. Still have that veteran Angel Cayuna. She was the leading setter in the latest edition of the PVL. She is one of the deadliest servers of the league.
And the first serve is an ace. Fang at the scramble for it. Is there a whistle? It's already outside. And referee Santos and referee Corpus agree. 2 points right away for Cignal here in the early goings of the first set.
That is correct. The ball already hit the antenna. That's why it was awarded to the HD Spikers.
Ponce. Wong starting off today. Dindin Santiago Manabat is there. Dindin makes it a set for Zoe Ray, and that'll go slowly into the night.
Outside cleaners are sometimes mentally, cleaners of the plays. It was an out-of-system play for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans, and Zoe Faki just utilized the double block set up by the HD Spikers.
You know, Cignal was so excited to have MJ Perez, Coach Shack de los Santos himself received and sinalubong, it's a better term, when MJ Perez flew in. In the meantime, Franny will file her first report.
Thanks, Seth. I got to talk to Coach Shaq about having MJ Perez as their reinforcement for this conference, and he told me he was elated because he knows what it's like to go against her in previous competitions. He said that she's a flexible player. It wasn't hard for her to adjust to the team. It's more of being concerned about her jet lag. He said that she brings experience and leadership to the team. So I got to ask MJ about how it feels to be back in the Philippines. She said it's challenging because there are good players she hasn't played against yet. But she is a pro. She works on herself. She focuses on what she can control. And they have had a lot of tune-up games in preparation for this conference. They have to realize what they need to improve on day by day. And they need to play with more consistency if they want to finish the Reinforced Conference strong. Catch MJ Perez and the other reinforcements on the Filipinas Live app. Available now for 149 pesos a month. Back to the game.
I told you this place is going to rock, and Franny projecting very well there, and we're able to rise above the din here. And we are tied early on.
It was a very smart move for Coach Dante to acquire the services of Linden Santiago Manabat. Royce Tubino was the opposite hitter of Choco Mucho in the last edition of the PVL, but she's so comfortable in that left pin. That's why malaking maitutulong niya sa side ng Choco Mucho.
In the meantime, Perez knocking that down. And Cignal has a slight lead, 4-3. They had the early lead at 2-0 earlier, based on a service ace from Jel Cayuna. But that's a thing of the past already. Ria Meneses is going to serve for all of us. Sailing in cleanly. Tubino partially blocked, but still very much in play. Ces Molina makes it a set. Perez on courts. It's long.
Ball is out.
Too strong on the swing for MJ Perez. Again, it was an out-of-system play for the HD Spikers. So the blockers of Choco Mucho was already set up in the right wing.
I'm sure those who are returnees who have played in the Philippines, like MJ Perez, Cat Bell was a revelation, not a surprise the other day. As there was that win by Cherry Figo against the Farm Fresh Foxies. In the meantime, we find Cignal ahead, 5-4.
Most of the time also, partner, ang kinukuha ng mga teams natin sa Reinforced Conference ay outside hitters because pagdating sa mga out-of-system plays, importante na makapunto sila agad. And we already saw Cat Bell in action. We saw Sutanta Chule from the Galleries Tower High Risers. Majority of our reinforcements are outside hitters.
Because I honestly believe that the setter and the libero position, for instance, that can be filled up by the Filipinos. That's not a problem. And you really, I agree with you 100% that you need a scorer.
Yeah, you need a scoring machine.
Offense, yeah. This serve is in play. 6-4, 2-point lead by Cignal. Turbino rattles it in and makes it 6-5.
That is the second point already for Royce Tubino. We also want to mention that the top 4 teams in this Reinforced Conference will qualify for the Invitational Conference, wherein we will invite 2 foreign guest teams to compete here in the Philippines. So that is also an exciting conference after this.
In the meantime, display misfires as that does not punch through. Bit of a set that was not exactly on the right height in that last play by Cayuna. In the meantime, Tubino, we're tied at 6. They go to Perez. Ponce got to it, but Din was a little too far from it. It's Cignal by 1.
MJ Perez is just really finding a lot of different ways on how to outsmart the defense of Choco Mucho.
Guest player, MJ Perez.
MJ Perez all set to serve. We've got an Olympian in the venue. Nearly a check ball. MJ thankful that she did not touch it at the last moment. Cignal reestablishes a 2-point lead. We will pause for the first technical timeout of the game unless they've forgotten about it. No, they have not. We'll be right back.
Technical timeout. 8. Cignal. 6. Choco.
with us here at the Phil Sports Arena. Sam Sarmenta, Neil Flores, and Franny Reyes bringing to you this battle between Choco Mucho and Cignal HD. The HD Spikers have a slight lead early on, 2 by 2, 8-6. Perez will continue to serve.
End of the first. Technical timeout. MJ Perez, guest player, serving for Cignal.
What's the call? It's a rotation error.
Positional fault, called the Flying Titans.
Yep, that is an error for Choco Mucho. They're sorting things out right now. That will be a 3-point for the HD Spikers.
And Dante Alinsunurin telling his squad, forget about it. May have been a slip on our part. Perez serves. Ponce. Wong sets it up. Zoe Faki gets to it. Toss over by Molina. Wong re-establishes this cut by Ortiz. Wong will go to Zoe again. This will crawl over the net and still remain on the side of Choco Mucho. The slap by Tubino. Here comes the scampering. The blast by Perez. Ponce keeping it alive. Zoe trying to find the open spot. It's a check ball.
Somebody touched that ball according to the first referee and the lines judge, but I believe Coach Shaq will challenge that call.
By Cignal for a block touch.
Oh, we will have a ton of that
Challenge
tonight.
number 2,
I suspect
Cignal.
that
Block
much.
touch.
Initially, the score stands right now at 9-6 in favor of Cignal. Remember the time when they wouldn't allow the coaches to approach the players who are on the court? A little leniency has been developed. Why not? Might as well use that time to re-establish strategy or create new ones. We're waiting for the decision on this one. We are stepping out of a four-setter, the game previous to ours, Neil. Nothing like that Tuesday, huh? That really the longest day so far. Still no decision on this one.
We're still waiting for the official video replay on that block touch. It was Zoe Faki hitting from the left side, challenging the double block of the HD Spikers.
And let's take a look at this. Mukhang wala, no? Huh?
Yeah. There was a no block touch.
And
that
thus,
will be successful for Coach Shaq. Will now hold on to a 4-point lead, I believe.
MJ Perez.
yes, you're absolutely correct. Wong reverses, tries to go to Dindin. Cayuna goes to Molina. And it dabs and touches Santiago Manabat. Tubino could not get to it.
Our defense is just on full display for the Cignal HD Spikers. It doesn't seem like wala si Don Macandili. Everybody's
You know, you're
stepping
right.
up in digging. That's why they're having a lot of success in transition.
Oh.
And now MJ Perez will score off an ace, a no-touch ace for Cignal HD.
And a timeout by Dante Alinsunurin. That's the second ace
Timeout.
by
Flying
Cignal. Part and parcel of a 6-0 run as of the moment.
Center point, kailangan ng mahati natin dito. Lakbo mo ito. Ito ay 6 wheel. Okay? One position na tayo. One pass na tayo, ha? Spin naman yan. Spin, ha? Sige. Ngayon, may problema na tayo. Tapos ang itsura pa natin ganyan. Diba? Laban tayo, ha?
Let's go! Choco Mucho!
Choco Mucho has been trying to score off the defense of the HD Spikers, but they have been unsuccessful. They have to tighten up their defense first because you can get more chances pag maganda yung depensa mo. Now we can see Sheena Turing and Erin Pangilinan. I think they just won a championship in one of the leagues that they're competing in here in the off-season.
For the HD Spikers.
In the meantime, look at this. This is the third service ace of Cignal HD and giving them a 7-0 run, which is their lead right now.
Such a strong start for MJ Perez, showing her serving skills as well.
She changes the mood of her serve. Basa scampers for it. Molina taps it gently. Ponce diving. Manabat lifts it high. Wong goes to the pipe with Tobino. Kept in play by Basa's attack. Tap. Denied entry.
Great rejection from Mike Ortiz. They needed that one stop to get MJ Perez out of that serving line.
They had to, as the old volleyball saying would say, they had to get a side out. In the meantime, dug up, Abel gets to it. Wong, Zoe, Cayuna jumping into it. Well done by Ortiz. Zoe Faki goes for it. Cayuna makes it a quick set. Long rally. Who's going to make a miscue here? This rally still in play. Zoe Faki goes for Basas. Molina, that full swing of her arm. Down the middle we go. Matayag and company surprised. The ball is still in play. Down the middle we go. Short by Honey Royce Dubino.
Dina Wong has been trying to find solutions here in the first set.
You're
She's
correct.
been going to Royce Dubino, Dinlin Santiago Manabat in the back row, Zoe Faki, and Maki Badang in the front row. But the defense just won't budge for the HD Spikers.
They were trying to find alternative ways of wrecking the wall, but you're right. The wall of Cignal stood firm and stable. Ponce makes it a set. Goes to Fagi and takes care of business. Hits it in the end row.
Faki was trying to go for all power a while ago, but this time she just finds the right spot in the back row of the HD Spikers. Just hitting it above the block of Michelle Cayuna and finding zone 1 open.
In the meantime, the setup down the middle, we dance. Slapped by Dindin Santiago Manabat, still in play. Ponce makes it a toss. Wong reverses. Manabat is rejected. Dina Wong goes for it, sets up Santiago Manabat, and we are still in play. Judith Abel is there in the back row. MJ Perez from the middle. Here comes Zoe Faki, cuts it up and scores.
Another point from the reinforcement of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Just went for a rolling shot, just enough power to get it through the block of the HD Spikers.
Zoe Faki already with 3 points in this first set. It's too close to the net. And the regalo is pounced upon quickly.
Now is the chance for Choco Mucho to challenge the receivers of the HD Spikers. A while ago, Cignal HD had a field day on the service line. It's time for them to return that favor.
Exactly.
Because this is a very tall front line for the Flying Titans. They can get a couple of kill blocks here.
Like that, for instance, but it is still in play. That finds an angle. With such a tall front line, you've got to be creative and find different angles. Volleyball is a game of angles, really.
Great recognition from Jel Cayuna as well. We know that she is one of the more aggressive setters. And aside from the 1-2 plays of the power tips, she can actually go for an attack.
Correct. In the meantime, our setter for Cignal, Cayuna, is going to serve. She had an ace earlier at their first serve. That's pounced upon, but handled well by the floor defense. Tang Ponce as reliable as ever. Here's Santiago Manabat. Abel got to it, but Perez can't get to it.
Great effort from the newly acquired Cignal HD Spiker, Judith Abel, but the hit was just too strong from Dindin Santiago Manabat. Now, Tang Ponce is taking control of the back row of the Flying Titans, so let's see if they can keep it going here in the opening frame.
In even the bleakest of seasons, Judith Abel was such a joy to cover, to watch, actually. Basas makes it connect.
Second technical.
In a Judith can also be an outside hitter if they want to make her one. That's their call. In the meantime, we take this break at the technical timeout. Thank you for joining us wherever you're catching us on RPTV Channel 9, One Sports Channel 6, One Sports Plus on Channel 261, and on the Pilipinas Live app. We're just beginning with the first set here. It's currently at 16-11. Cignal had a 7-0 run, which established the lead, but Choco Mucho trying to get some momentum here. The serve, though, belongs to Cignal HD. Cesc Molina will be doing the honors. So far, Perez leading all scorers with 5 points. Wong. Tubino blasts away. Cayuna lifts it high. Abil makes it a set. Too precarious, too close to the net, but they get dividends out of it.
That's just veteran smarts from MJ Perez getting a swipe off the tall block of Choco Mucho.
Very difficult angle. Franny, what do you have?
Well, Queen Judith Abel is back and she is playing the libero position right now. I got to talk to her before the game and she told me hindi siya madali pero hindi sobrang hirap because reception is important after all as a wing spiker. She's here to overcome that challenge, to contribute to the team, and to bring her infectious positivity to the HD Spikers. After all, happiness is their tagline. Let's go back to the game.
Thank you very much, Franny. And people who have played with Judith Abel call her a very joyful teammate. Bundle of nerves are gone because she has consumed so much coffee to make it a happy day for her team. But it's good to see her again. In the meantime, the serve will belong to Madariag. Perez tosses it. Boxes foiled and the lines, people call it out. And the point will belong to Cignal HD, and that'll make it a 6-point lead here in the first.
Choco Mucho will not be challenging that call.
They already had one successful challenge in this first set. Meneses and her serve. Din is rejected. Foiled at the net by Perez.
Like hitting a wall. You can already see the established double block by Acuna and MJ Perez. And that is also one of the trademarks of Coach Shaq's system. They're a very good blocking team. Sometimes it doesn't matter kung di nila know yung kill block because they get a lot of touches. Kaya napapabagal nila yung bola in transition. That will be an unforced error for Royce Tubino.
In the meantime, it's an 8-point lead already. Dante Alinsunurin needs to huddle up his crew.
I'm out. Flying Titans.
Punta tayo naman, punta natin. Huwag lang masyadong mag-isip. Importante, nagkakamali tayo, balik lang tayo ng balik. Balik ng balik. Hindi tayo, mamumblema tayo ng mamumblema. Hindi tayo makakabalik yan. Okay? Hindi lang natin yung first ball natin, then set up tayo ng maayos. Oh, then set tayo ng maayos para mas maayos. Okay, sige.
Enjoy it!
Well, you've all been watching volleyball a lot over the last couple of years, and you're accustomed to these coaches saying the same simple stuff because the game is really so basic at heart. They've got to receive the ball well first to be able to uncork or establish an attack mode. And he's worried about their body language, actually. Second time out that Dante has noticed that his team doesn't seem to be here in the moment.
They need a good pass. They get it.
Tobino. Molina skidding on the floor. Perez zaps it over. Dina Wong is right there. Thang Ponce gives it to Santiago Manabat. Here comes the setup by Cayuna. Too low. MJ does not force it. This play goes nowhere.
Still an allowance of error for the HD Spikers because this is still a 7-point lead. And I believe we will now see a double substitution for the Flying Titans. Cat Tolentino is back on the floor after being absent in the last edition of the PVL. Mars Alba will be orchestrating their offense in this rotation as well.
Alba, of course, played for the De La Salle Lady Spikers.
For the Flying Titans.
When the F2 team parted ways, of course, the players got distributed to different teams. Middle attack, Perez. That goes nowhere.
That was a big one from Micah Ortiz. She saw that combination play miles away.
Well, Micah's always been good at her blocking.
Has also been the master of slide attacks.
Yes. Basas. Oh, finds an angle. What a shot by Tony Basas.
Not the strongest of attacks, but it finds the corner.
You know, volleyball is a game of smarts. It sounds so nice in English. In Tagalog, you just say, gulangan yan eh. Di ba? Ganun yan eh. Utakan yan eh. Zoe Faki got to it. Here comes Tony Royce Tobino. Partially forwarded, but they still have a chance. It is a net touch against Choco Mucho.
Errors are piling up for the Flying Titans. Cignal continues to serve hard.
Serves. Passes.
Faki got to it. Alba fires. This will stay down for Cat Tolentino.
Welcome back. Cat Tolentino getting her first point off that hit from the left wing.
Cat Tolentino stands a very tall 6'2".
Substitution.
Isa Molde, former UP player, will report in and replace Tobino in the Choco Mucho lineup. She'll do the serving now.
Coach Dante probably wants a steadier passing formation in the back row. That's why he fielded in Isa Molde.
Precarious, close to the net. Perez scampered for it. Molina dips it over. Here comes Mars Alba with the set. Goes over to Zoe. It's Cayuna going to Perez. Great stretch that time by Faki. It's in the hands of Molde. It's a setup job. Perez blasts away, misses the corner.
Too strong on the hit for MJ Perez, trying to go above the block of Micah Ortiz and Cat Tolentino.
I'm out. HD Spikers.
Cignal HD Spikers want to huddle up. Let's allow them to do that.
One good pass. Jackie, gumumit ka. Okay? And then yung attack nila, medyo nagdi-delay middle. Nagdi-delay. Pagka kailangan humang time tayo, ang time, and then saka natin din. Huwag yung bumaba agad.
Pagka nag-off na yung set, dito, pagka nag-off yung receive of yung set, antayin nyo na yung cut shot na mga nilalagay-lagay. Kasi pagka mali yung timing nyo, talagang lulusot na sa pin.
One good pass mo na, one good pass.
Coach Shaq was asking Acuna to commit, not just in the blocking, but also in attacking.
Yeah.
Pag nakapasok siya ng maganda, she
Yes.
will give perfect timing to the wings to attack the defense of Choco Mucho. And madadagdagan din yung option ng Cignal
Correct.
HD
And
to have a
he's-
play in the middle.
I agree, and he was trying to fine-tune their blocking, which seemed to be out of sync against the offensive forays of Choco Mucho. This is in play. Tolentino got to it. Ponce sets up. Faki. Oh, Basas was there. There's a joust and battle at the net. Alba sets up Paki again. This is thwarted. Molde scampers. Alba goes back to Zoe. Ponce is right there. One hand by Ortiz. To the back row we go. Here we go. Who's going to blink here? Oh, great save that time by Mars Alba. Tolentino tosses it over. No chance to attack. It's elevated high. Perez dips it. Ponce says no way. Regalo!
The pass was just too tight for Mars Alba to save. MJ Perez just took advantage of that free ball.
Spike of the set. Hatid sa inyo. Batting by Duncan. Pasalubog ng Bayern. I wish there was a Dunkin' Donuts outlet near the stores, huh? For coffee and donuts. Really? Perez with 7 points so far. That is foiled. Ponce has been hustling all over that side of the floor. Here comes the set by Cayuna. Molina fires. Problematic. Zoe some footwork there, but not able to keep it high. It's 24-15 set point for Cignal HD.
Substitution for Shaq. Giselle C will be setting in this rotation. Jel Cayuna will be converted into an opposite hitter.
Service. Perez.
This is a familiar Shaq de Los Santos move, actually. Calling on his FEU players. Abil a foot away. They were trying to get a call because it hit the antenna, but it won't be so.
Choco Mucho has had more success in these off-speed hits compared to their powerful ones.
Flying Titans.
Molina. No problem for Ortiz. Oh, wicked shot coming from Joey Paki.
Great timing on that hit for Joey Paki. And she's still trying to build that connection with Mars Alba and Ina Wong.
You know, as a setter, you're trying to analyze what kinds of sets does she prefer. What makes her better. And we are done with business of this first set. As Cignal romps away with it with a 25-18 count here, Neil.
Cesc Molina has been quiet, but we know pag kailangan na kailangan siya ng Cignal HD, she will ask for that ball and she will convert. Cignal will get first blood in this first set.
Back with us here. This is the result of the first set, 25-18, with Cignal winning. And just the other results of today, Petrogas won over Zeus Coffee in 3 sets in our first match today. In our second one, it was a 4th set win by Akari, defeating Capital One. Capital One making a fight out of it. But let's focus on this one. Good start by Cignal HD, Neil, more than anything else.
We witnessed the hard serving of the HD Spikers in that opening set. Blocking was also on point. They were getting a lot of good rebounds. Judith Abel was very impressive as well, considering all factors na kinonvert lang siya into a libero. She was digging up the attacks of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. And as for the Flying Titans, they do have to work on their conversion rate.
Yes.
They've been trying hard to score in set number 1. They were behind in the attacking department, definitely, but they were able to get more kill blocks. But dito sa numbers natin, hindi natin nakikita kung gaano kadaming rebounds yung nakukuha ng Cignal HD Spikers. So I would say in transition play, Cignal did better compared to Choco Mucho. So one thing that has to change for the Flying Titans would be their reception pattern. They have to be steady in that aspect so that Mars, Alba, or Dina Wong can just, pull the strings well for Coach Dante.
And speaking of Dina Wong, she's back on the floor. She was the starting setter for Choco Mucho. On the other side of the floor, more or less standard, similar issue.
Number 3, happy birthday, Dina Wong.
For the Cignal HD Spikers, who again, as we informed you, took the first set in 30 minutes, 25-18. Dina Wong gets us going here in set number 2. Zoe Faki got to it with a kneel down there. There's a gentle tap over by Tubino. Here comes the pipe attack. MJ doesn't force it. Tang Ponce has been somersaulting all game long. And look at that. Mines is admiring her work.
It is very difficult to hit a ball na malapit na sa kamay ng blockers. You have to try out different techniques so that you can get past that wall of Cignal HD.
Cés Molina, who played for San Beda University, Alabang, di ba? Perez off her hands on the block, recaptures it. Dina Wong pushes it high. Ponce sets up Dindin Santiago Manabat. Here comes Cayuna. Perez fires away. From the middle we go. Did she get that corner? She does. Look at this enthusiasm.
It has been the cleanest attack from Zoe Faki so far in this game, finding the corner pocket in that back row hit.
I think the imports who play in our country realize, boy, we love this game. And we enjoy it when we see the imports enjoying themselves also and showing their zest and enthusiasm for a sport we have now adopted as one of our favorites. Santiago Manabat. Cés Molina lifts it high. Here comes Perez. Finds the top angle. Ponce had a hand in it, but unfortunately unable to hoist it high. Franny has a report.
Yes, now let's talk about Zoe Faki, the reinforcement of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. She actually said that she really loves the different personalities in her team. It made her welcome to the Philippines all the much better. And she's really here to be a team player who can contribute to her team any way she can. She said that it's important for her to focus on what she can control, and that's the passing, defense, and service. It always takes 1 point at a time for them to get things going, and she knows that that's what she can do for the Flying Titans. Now, earlier in the huddle before this set, I heard Jem Ferrer telling her teammates, para tayong nagmamadali, sinasabayan natin sila. She was trying to calm everyone down, trying to remind them to play their game, to play at their pace, so that they can get to that scoring. Now, this report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Get the most extensive PVL coverage for only 149 pesos a month. Back to the game.
Thank you, Franny. Jem Ferrer, of course, the third setter for this Choco Mucho team. Here's Fagi, who gets the 9. She's beginning to hum here. She has 6 points.
More comfortable now in the second set compared to that first one. Mukhang may jitters pa siguro nung first one. She's still trying to get that perfect set. So it's all about communication, really.
I agree. And she's asking, and she's answered the question, is it really that noisy here? Yes. In the meantime, Neil Flores had the chance to spike it, but he felt it was outside, so he didn't go for it anymore. 3-all is the count here. We have Tony Basas all set to perform serving duties.
Spikers.
Into the net. Outside of the 4 aces, I think it's the first serve error by Cignal.
It has been their advantage in this game, so hindi pwedeng manigate yun with these service errors.
Yeah. Choco Mucho, as we have known them through the years, this is a grind-out team. They love these long matches. Oh, what a swing! What a swing!
Strong swing from MJ Perez. It was coming off a perfect receive from Judith Abil.
And that is definitely the spike of the set. Hatid sa inyo ng Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan. Full acceleration, full explosiveness, on target. 4-all. MJ gets to it. Molina off the hands. Wong back to Zoe Faki, tries to tap it over. Chance for Cignal to assemble something, but this does not cross over. We have Choco Mucho in the lead, 5-4.
There will be a challenge though from Cignal. They're asking for a block touch.
Challenges are interesting, huh? After all the cheering and everything. Well, you know, I have no authority over this, but what depresses me is if it's championship point and there's a challenge. Really? Well, it's part of the game. You know, just behind me, I have these lovely Choco Mucho fans. They're cheering their hearts out right behind us here.
From different parts of the Philippines.
Yes.
They're also celebrating the birthday of Dina Wong.
Is Dina gonna treat everybody here to
I hope
something?
so.
Yeah. Ano ba naman yung tigi-tigi sa Choco Mucho na, di ba? Samantala, naubos ang music, bumalik. 4-all po ang score natin. If you're just joining us, first set going the way of Cignal. The count was 25-18. Okay, here is the decision. Tila wala. But, yep, there is. Yep, it's a block touch.
You will be replaying that point.
Yes.
Golden HD Spikers now at 5-4. Service Perez.
So Cignal got the point. I think they got the point. Anyway, it's 5-4, but that punch is through. So
in fact, he's starting to heat up.
yeah, she has
The
now,
second set.
she has now 7 points, Neil.
Already saw 5 of the reinforcements of the 10 reinforcements from the other teams already play. And usually yung mga reinforcements nasa 17 points pataas.
As you said, that's their role. They're expected to do that. In the meantime, chance for Choco Mucho to grab the upper hand. They lead now 6-5 after that call by referee Mike Santos, the first referee.
Titans now up by 1. Service.
Third game of the day. Fans enjoying it immensely. We hope you are too. This one does not crawl over. That'll tie the count at 6. She was trying to go down the line here. That just didn't work.
She was locked in on a certain target on the far of Cignal, but that ball was just too low.
You know, you can do all your analysis, di ba? Low toss, took the eye of the ball, but just didn't work. That happens. Acuna with the serve. Ortiz. Acuna reading it. Here's the uncorking by Perez. She got the corner.
Specialty of the house. From the left side to the back row, she can do it all.
You know what fans have always enjoyed about MJ Perez is her physical skills, her attributes in terms of athleticism, just a joy to watch. Pino Wong. Topino is foiled. They are unable to return it to center, and Cignal takes a 2-point lead as we will take a break for the first technical timeout of the second set. Do not go too far away.
First technical timeout. 8, Cignal 6, Choco Mucho.
Glad you're with us here for the PVL Reinforced Conference. We've got the Cignal HD Spikers who will be on the right of your screens up against the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Cignal trying to improve the fact that they were unable to go deep into the tournament, wherein just for the third time they missed the postseason since joining the PVL in 2021. In the meantime, this works for Choco Mucho.
Now we can see better conversion in the attacking department for the squad of Coach Dante. Now they will score off that ace.
You know, Perez was not behind the ball there. The ball went to her side, which is always a difficult ball to retrieve and receive. Back to live action. Currently, we are tied at 8, but just as swiftly, Cignal regains the upper hand.
Welcome to the scoring party. Really messes from that quick attack.
But this is the way to play against Choco Mucho. You've got to take it strong against them right away. You know, I've been talking to the other coaches, some of the more talented and cohesive teams. You have to take it strong right away. Basas unfolds. Here's Wong. What a set. Abil keeps it in play. Cayuna with a jump set. Ponce has been cleaning up the floor. Abil cleaning up that side of the parchment or the floor as well. It's in the air. Two double call attack. They will call that call. Make that call.
A clear violation of Captain Abad. Judith Abil just kept that ball in play. Consecutive digs. Welcome back to the PVL.
Ano mo si Judith kasi? Kiti-kiti yan eh. Di ba, she's a bundle of nervous and relentless energy. She will just keep the ball in play just at the middle. In the middle, rather. Oh, perfectly done by Basas. You know, Basas has contributed 5 points in a very quiet but effective way.
Here's the thing, kagaya ng first set, every time na nasa service line si Jel Cayuna, dun lumalayo yung score ng Cignal HD. So Choco Mucho really has to get that one stop
good
when
observation.
she's in that service line.
So Rifaki got to it. Matayag is foiled. Regalo is pounced upon quickly. And look at this. Some separation created by Cignal. They now lead by 4 at 12-8 here in the second. Time to listen in.
Pero sobrang mababa ang receive natin. Ngayon, ang decision making dito, mabilisan lang yan. Kapag mababa yan, gano'n lang ba to? Ang timing nito, ganito na lang ng ganito. Ngayon kung mataas, maghihintay yan dito. Ngayon, kung pinato mo rito, mag-a-adjust yan. Ngayon kung dire-diretso, yun ang nangyayari sa atin eh. Mababang set, set. Mababang set, mabit.
Let's go!
Taas natin ang taas.
Usually, kalmado lang si Coach Dante, but that time around, we heard him stressing on certain aspects of the game of the Flying Titans.
I think they've been receiving low. The pass to the setter has been not at a trajectory where you can do much in it.
That's correct. And you don't need to match the speed of Cignal
Good point.
HD.
Yeah,
You have
even
to
better
drag
point.
them to your tempo.
As we continue with Cayuna serving.
Again, that's a botched receive from Choco Mucho.
And
Free
here's
ball.
the libero free ball. Molina with a combination play. Mukhang si Molina is in condition. I know she's had problems with her shoulder through the years.
She knows when to step up. She knows when to take on that support role.
Yes. And we failed. I don't know if you mentioned it. I forget now. No, si Jovelyn Gonzaga is not in the roster right now because she has. She's of course part of the Philippine military, no, and she has some obligations that she has to fulfill there. The count is 13-9, though. Dina Wong will be serving after Choco got that point.
Dina Wong will have a lot of options in the front row right now. She has Linden Santiago Manabat, Royce Tubino, and Maddie Madayag.
Santiago Manabat, Abil tosses it very high. Tough angle for Basas. Ponce handles it well. This is a joust, and we have net touch by Tubino.
Choco Mucho has kept that ball alive, but there are times na dumidikit talaga yung bola
True.
sa net. So it is very hard for the setter to save that ball, especially when she's located in the back row.
Not enough time to hustle for that center position, which is the best place to start your setting. Molina has 7 points. This will work. Tobino relishing that.
That's what you get when you dish out a perfect pass to that setter's box. Perfect combination play there for the Flying Titans. Even against the blocking of Riri Meneses and MJ Perez, Royce Tubino was able to squeeze that one through.
Honey Royce Tubino, one of the veterans out of the University Perpetual Health system. She has so far 7 points. 5 points, that is. That's gonna work. Perez down the line.
What a line shot from MJ Perez. Clear view for that down the line hit.
This is an exaggeration. 3 trucks could have passed through there, but Perez found the slimmest of margins or gaps to fill up there. 15-10 tally here. I just saw Isamolde hustle in. She receives. Wong, Manabat. That'll work.
That will be the 3rd point of Linden Santiago Manabat in this leading scorer. Still the reinforcement in Zoe Faki. As for the HD Spikers, MJ Perez is already in double digits with 12 markers.
Perez, return to sender. Moldes gets out of the way. Din gets that to bite. And Santiago Manabat, that's her 4th point.
Santiago Manabat needs to activate that top scoring mode of hers.
Yes. Two straight points now by the Flying Titans. Down by 3 nonetheless. Madayagan her serve. That's returned. A Regalo pounced upon quickly. Zoe Faki now with 8 points.
There will be a challenge from a Cignal. Net fault challenge.
So far, they've been lucky with their challenges. and successful, I would rather point that out more clearly. They'll pursue this. You know, these Choco Mucho fans are a deliciously non-stop cheering machine.
It's a sea of purple inside the Phil Sports Arena. You will also see a lot of Cignal HD supporters in attendance. The red shirts are also out.
Ang pahinga lang nila pagka may challenge eh. Titingnan nila kung ano mangyayari. Oh, paya na! Nagising na uli!
There was no net touch. Fierce day.
Baka sakali, sabi ni Both our coaches have had turns as national team head coaches.
Rose Doria will now replace Acuna in that middle blocker position.
Si Shaq naging coach natin ng Asian Games in 2018. Dante, of course, with the men's team, that silver medal. In the meantime, delivery. You know, you get the feeling MJ Perez is enjoying herself on that team. Huh? That ends the 3-0 run. Natin ang mga atleta Pilipino sa Paris Olympic Games 2024. Panoorin ang mga games live from July 26 to August 11 sa One Sports, One Sports Plus, RPTV, TV5, and Pilipinas Live app. Isang taong laban para sa bayan. Alam mo, this is the 100th year celebration of Philippine participation in the Worldwide Olympics. In the meantime, we started participating in 1924. In the meantime, back to the present, 100 years later. Paki trying to be coy about it. I don't want to touch it.
Almost in double digits.
Not yet. 8 points for
Yep.
But she will get there.
For sure.
I get the feeling that Dindins and Choco Manabat beginning to feel good about this. She's beginning to relax a bit there. Perez. Did she get it? She got it.
Miscommunication from Joy Faki and Tang Ponce. Same double sub for Coach Dante. Mars Alba and Kat Tolentino checking in the tail end of the second set.
You know, MJ Perez is the geometric gem. She just finds those angles. 17-14. You get the feeling as if ang tagal na nila magkakasama ni Cayuna, no? Just nice efficiency. Alba is there. Ortiz. And that is bandied about but goes nowhere.
That's why Rose Doria is there in the middle blocker position. She has picked up a couple of best middle blocker awards.
Coming out of the NU program also. In the meantime, Perez. Bullet. Faki wants it. Give it back to me. That is rejected though. Alba goes the other direction. Kat Tolentino almost had it but not quite. From the middle, Mars Alba kneeling down. Tang becomes the setter. Here comes Abel with a nod of her head. Molina. Ponce. So Paki, that is not going to cross, but we play on. Paki fires away and says, I am relentless. 9 points.
Taki just
Sorry.
not
10
giving
na.
up.
10 na.
Finally in double digits.
Inaantay mo mag-abot ng 10. Pinagbigyan ka ng score. Sige, 10 na. In the meantime. But you know, Choco, if they want to catch up in this game, we'll probably have to go to Zoe Faki a little more. Down by 3 currently. Faki is in the back row. Alba. This is thwarted. The referee avoids the contact and he doesn't, and there's a whistle. Referee Ryan Corpus makes the call.
Choco Mucho is clarifying that call from the second referee.
And Zoe is telling Coach Dante, why don't we challenge this? There's clarification. Referee Santos was avoiding to get in the way of the ball, actually. That's a messy portion of the court.
The first referee is now saying that they will review that video.
We can't replay it yet because if there is a challenge, the protocol is the challenge must go ahead first. I know Director Alneri is trying to hold on to that moment first. We're allowing the officials to sort it out.
The first referee also has that authority to review that last play.
It's called the referee's prerogative, actually. We've seen that in the VNL, and we are beginning to implement that here since the challenge system is already in our leagues. You know, technology is something, it depends on how you use it. So we will try to max and squeeze as much as we can out of it to get the right call here. Was it called out? It seemed like, or is it a net touch?
I think that the second referee claimed that the ball hit the antenna.
On the other end.
On the other end. But Tang Ponce was claiming that she was able to save that ball.
In that very difficult position, actually. I think referee Santos will make this call now. And this is part of the reason why sometimes we have some protracted games, ladies and gentlemen. Your Ponce's yelling at the referee. Sinasakarot siya ni Isa Molding. Ha! Kumagalo! Tang Ponce is such a joyful player to cover. Tawa lang ng tawa yan. Oh. Naging challenge tuloy. Officially.
It's the first referee's authority to
make the
challenge. For a challenge.
You know, they're having fun already. Zoe Faki has just been pushed away by Isa Molde, and they're just dancing right now. You know, players have found different ways to enjoy themselves here, and the Flying Titans are trying to dance to the beat of the music here.
They need to loosen up.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when they're setting up out-of-system plays.
Yes.
Kasi yun
Here
yung
we go.
panahon na dumidikit
Here, Neil.
yung bola. But officially,
it is outside.
It was the correct call by the second referee. So the point will go to Cignal HD.
And eagle eyes by referee Ryan Corpus, second referee. However, that serve lands in the net and make the count 19-16.
We can see more smiles on the faces of the Flying Titans.
They're trying to loosen up a little more,
yep,
huh?
At this junction of the game. A while
Because
ago, they were just too serious.
Oh, too tight. Abel makes it a set. Molina fires. Alba with some elbow action on that one. Punch to the open spot. Clear as day.
Everybody was compressed up front. Sweeper was out of possession to take that push by Jel Cayuna. Again, corner pocket. Nobody home for the Flying Titans. They're now in the 20-point mark. Talking about Cignal HD.
That sometimes it's hard to catch a team once it gets there right away and you're not even close. But Cat Tolentino finds a spot that makes it 20-17.
That is the perfect height and perfect placement of a set for Cat Tolentino. She doesn't like a set na masyadong dikit sa blockers. And it's also difficult to...
She needs spacing.
Yeah, it's also difficult to hit a set that is far from the net. So you have to find that midpoint.
Good point, good
so
point.
that the attackers are comfortable in hitting.
Sina Wong is back in the setter position. Oh, gets an ace! Dina Wong was telling Zoe Faki, yeah, you can hug me, but don't strangle me. Ah, good catch up by Choco Mucho. They're down by 2. Timeout by Cignal. Time to tune in to the HD Spikers.
Dami nating bola na mamatay dito. Okay? Ito, itong area lang na to. Defense, Chin, saka Gel. Marami silang pinapalo dito sa area. Eh, ito, nadidepensahan natin yung dito sa area na to. Okay? Yung sa atin, try natin patayin.
Yes, technology. Yeah, who's this?
Leila Cruz, former De La Salle Lady Spiker, now with a Capital One Solar Spiker.
Oh, yeah, and Capital One took a set there, but was unable to turn back their opponents. Akari winning that in 4. Earlier today, we had Petrogas also playing their first game, winning against Zeus Coffee. Final count was a straight set win. 5 attack. You know, because of the sheer athletic capabilities of MJ Perez, they can do anything on that side of the floor.
I can just think of countless of combination plays that will work well for MJ Perez.
They can also do something from the service line.
It also has a significant advantage that you have a jump server in MJ Perez.
You know, you're right. Choco Mucho, however, tries to stay alive, down currently by 2. Tail end of the second set. First set went the way of Cignal. The count then was 25-18.
Full front line for the Flying Titans. Let's see if they can close the gap.
Mulders with a smile. Wong. Abil with the prayer shot. Rocky, oh, problematic. Dina Wong keeps it alive with a fist. Rocky, that shot, no, becomes a set for Perez. Punch. Wong is right there. Tang Ponce. Dindin Malaba. Got it! And listen to this crowd roar.
Choco Mucho faithful, alive and kicking inside the Phil Sports Arena. That is the power we're looking for in the hits of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. That is indeed an impact play, and that will force Coach Shaq de los Santos to call for time.
Okay, kailangan lang natin 1 point. 1 point muna ha, 1 point. Okay. Stay focus tayo ha, compose pa rin tayo, compose. Focus lang tayo. Same galaw lang tayo. Pasa, atake ng maayos, attack and cover tayo, okay? Pag nakuha nila, sis, ma-adjust na yung ano ni Maria. Ma-adjust ka dito sa depensa. Okay?
Let's go! Cignal!
Tail end, here's the slice of that tail end of that great exchange between the two teams, Neil.
When you're in the tail end of every set,
Titans.
Dapat walang pag-aalinlangan. You really have to
Yes.
hit that
Yeah.
with intention and power.
With conviction. 1-point affair. Hey, Dina Wong doing a good job defensively. Abel unable to contain it. We are tied.
Point number 7 for Dindin Santiago Manabat. They're getting a lot of points from the right pin. Even in out-of-system plays.
Three
Able
straight
to convert.
points now by Choco Mucho. They were down earlier 21-18. Basas thwarted, recycled. That goes down and Cignal back in the lead by 1. Basas already with 6 points on 5 attacks and 1 block.
She knows when to strike. She's
Yes.
under the radar, pero pag kailangan, she will get that quick snap sa depensa ng Choco Mucho. Now the draftee of Cignal HD, Lalong Isip, will serve.
Out of that solid Adamson program. Boy, some of the best programs currently collegiate-wise represented in this conference of the PVL this season. Dindin foiled, but here comes Tang Ponce, makes it a set for Faki. That is handled well by Cayuna. There's a setup job. That's gonna score for Perez. And the rookie with her first assist and her contribution with a set.
You know that Adamson's program, his specialty is really floor defense.
Oh,
so
yes.
defensive substitution din talaga for Coach Shaq.
Time to listen in to Dante Linsunurin.
May advantage sa'yo rito sa kabila. Ha? Ito, medyo makaas ang kamay, nakakadepensa sila ng maayos. Okay, sige. Pero, kapag may chance, kumpensa pa rin tayo ng maayos. Ha? Okay, 1 good receive lang tayo. Okay, sige, go, go, go.
Hey, Titan! Right!
He momentarily lost a bit of that cool dude demeanor of his in the first set, but it's back. Steam playing a little better now. You made a good observation. They seem to be playing more relaxed and more loosely, despite the fact that they're down currently by 2.
Cignal HD is not yet out of the woods.
No, they're not. And Lalo Misip will be
23 to 21 is the score.
all set for us.
Cignal on top. Serving still with 6%. Lalo Misip.
Lalo Misip gets to it. Boy, I wonder what's in her mind right now, playing this game in this crowd. Set up. Molina keeps it in play. Blocked. This is another long rally. Lalo Misip gets to it. Molina hoists it high. Who will Dina go to? Not enough power on that one. Perez. Ponce says, no, I got it. The cut shot by Molde. Cayuna checks the horizon. Perez drops a message. Dina Wong keeps it alive. The pass to the end. What an exchange. The longest rally. Perez. Ponce refuses to buckle down. Here's the shot. Lalo Isip keeps it alive. Here comes Perez. Drops a message. And it finally ends.
Mega rally alert here inside the Phil Sports Arena. Great defensive sequence and hustle from both ends of the court, but ultimately it was the smarts of MJ Perez who got that point for the HD Spikers.
And we find Cignal at set point. And the rookie, what a spot to be in right now. Sails in cleanly. Then blocked, and it's done.
Blocking and defense will get the second set for the Cignal HD Spikers. That is a strong blocking rotation for Coach Shaq de los Santos. You have Rose Doria guarding the middle. You also have MJ Perez guarding that side.
Now we find Cignal with a 2-set-to-love lead going into the third. we're just stepping out of a nail-biter of a second set, where in the end game of that second set, Cignal just put on the heat and won 25-21. And, you know, it's worth saying and mentioning, now this is where Choco Mucho misses Cici Rondina probably.
I do agree. I mean, they're practically missing, what, 17 to 21 points on average per game without Cici Rondina. But again, that is the challenge for the Flying Titans this reinforced conference. They have to find a new top scorer aside from the reinforcement. But conversion was better, I would say, for Choco Mucho in the second set compared to the first frame. But Cignal has just been on God mode, literally, in the second set. We saw the substitutions work for Coach Shaq de Los Santos. Ishi lalong isip provided a lot of support, not just in serving, but
in game to win the set.
In the passes in the back row. That's why they still had the edge in attacking. And look at the blocking department. 5 kill blocks this time for the HD Spikers. Choco Mucho had more aces, but still MJ Perez was the go-to girl for Cignal HD. But aside from MJ Perez, I am very impressed with Judith Abil as their libero. Actually, matagal ko na siyang hinahanap sa PVL. I was very curious as to why other teams weren't getting her in their roster, but great pick from Cignal HD.
Yung kanyang nervous and joyful energy. Look at her. She's having a ball, quote-unquote, horsing around with her teammates, and that's vital. That's energy, you know. And the other players who contributed for Cignal are Doria, who has 3 points, mostly, and all those points anchored on blocks.
Back to the third set of our preliminary match.
Here we go. We're just about ready to get going with set number 3.
Our HD Spikers
Referee corpus reviewing the positions with the players, and you know this by now. If you're not sure of where you're going to start, you can ask
with 2 sets,
so that you're not called for service rotation problem, which happened to Choco Mucho in set number 1. If you are to recommend a few adjustments, so 1, 2, or 3 for Choco Mucho in this third set, which they need, Neil, any suggestions?
Well, I can see that the defense is still alive with Tang Ponce being the leader in that court. But yung transition setting ng Choco Mucho, they have to polish that a little bit more. In the second set, marami pa rin tayo nakikita na mga sets na out of system na dumidikit sa net. And with the blockers sa Cignal HD, that's going to be easy for them to put that ball away.
Here we go. Molde. First shot. Fired away. Meneses tried to put a hand on it. Molde finds the spot.
This is a totally different starting 7 we're seeing for Coach Dante. Now Kat Tolentino got the starting nod alongside Isa Molde, Mars Alba, and one of their newly acquired middle blockers in Lut Malaluan.
Faki.
Here's Kayuna. Molina does not force the issue. Applied the brakes. MJ Perez. Here's the set for Molina.
Molina.
Is it the check? Hang on. Outside. Franny has a report.
Earlier you asked what might the rookie Ishi lalong isip be thinking right now in her first game in the PVL Reinforced Conference. Well, maybe I can provide some insight into that. Earlier she told me that pressure is a given and she does feel it, but it's all about how she will handle that pressure. Clearly the rookie's got nerves of steel with her steady serves and passing that helped the HD Spikers win that last set. She told me that when she thinks of Cignal, they're a team full of veterans, so it's up to her to rise to their level to make sure that she can help them. She told me that Coach Shaq actually messaged her before the game saying just always give your best efforts because that will bear fruit. Now this report was brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Catch your favorite volleyball stars for only 149 pesos. Now let's head into the challenge.
Thank you very much, Franny, and we are indeed in a challenge mode. That's interesting to find out. Alam mo, kutob ko kay Ishi, hindi nakatulog kagabi dun. In the meantime,
there was no block touch.
Alam mo, kaya ako nababanggit yan. Napanood ko kayo sa PVL. mo momentum when you're drafted, even if you're not drafted. I really like what I like about this team. We're not drafted. But, you know, it's a dream still. You've been watching some of these players that you are now playing with and against. 3-0. Choco Mucho trying to revive its game here. 2-set lead by Cignal, and Meneses, mukhang may lakad si Rhea, does not want them to get going.
Perfect pass from Judith Abil. Cignal will get on the board here in the third frame.
Team
They
captain.
do not want to make that mistake of relaxing too much.
Yes.
Since they already have a 2-0 lead against Choco Mucho.
And they get that point by the ace.
2, serving 3.
About 5 aces so far by Cignal. They started the game with an ace, actually. Molina. Too close to the net. Dangerous territory. And we are quickly tied. You know, the trend of the games, Choco Mucho will start off quite well, and then Cignal will just catch up.
Ball control is a crucial factor in Coach Dante's system. We know that he loves going to isolation plays pero hindi magagawa ng setter pag masyadong dikit
I
yung
agree.
bola sa net.
That is well
That's
said.
a better pass from Tang Ponce.
Molde tries to cut up the slice. Does not work, however. That is foiled. Molde keeps it in the air. Says Molina with a good pass to Cayuna. Meneses dumps it over. Second straight point for the
Cignal
set
up
winner.
by 1.
Power tip after power tip from Riri Meneses.
Down 3-0, and now they score 4 straight points, and it's 4-3, just like that. Molina. Ponce. Good angle. That's what's going to work. She had the good angle for that one.
MJ Perez thought that it was going outside, but last second that ball dropped.
Magamayag. Team captain. Serving for Choco Mucho.
You know, si Isa Molde will now join my All Smile team. I have several members of it. I'll go through that during the season. In the meantime, Zoe fucking got it in the air. Molde trying to work that same angle. Here's Cayuna. MJ. Molde. Doesn't work this time.
Back. Basas.
Another rejection from the HD Spikers. Set number 2, 5 kill blocks. It's a huge number. This is really their road to redemption. They missed the semifinals in the last edition of the PVL. And they have built a strong team throughout the years. That was only the 3rd time that they missed the semifinals.
And on the other hand, Choco Mucho's been pining for that gold through the years. They hope they can get their breakthrough season. Basas blasts away. Alba, they want to go to Zoe, and that works.
Block was there, but Cignal couldn't control the hit of Zoe Faki. It's another point under her name. 11 now for the reinforcement of the Flying Titans.
You know, those imports, and they're saying they're enjoying themselves. What else will you do? Aside from train, you go to the mall, and then what? You just enjoy the company. Can't stay in your room all day and mope and go through your phone all the time. In the meantime, MJ was a returnee to the Philippines, relishing that delivery, pushes her team in front 6-5. She has now scored 18. This will be the trend, yes, you said. 17 to 20 points, and even more. She has 18. Here's Basas, who has been a contributor. Molde. So we got it. Cut shot by Molde does not materialize. 2 players drop to the deck. That shot rolls over the net. Here's the setup job. Doria goes away, and that's in the side. Clearly so.
7.
We're seeing the reactions of Coach Dante in the middle of the rallies. He is really looking for more power. They can't give a lot of soft touches to the blockers of the HD Spikers. Kasi mapapansin natin, pag bumalik yung bola sa kanila, malakas din from the reinforcement of Cignal.
Basas messes
Plus
that up.
one for the
1 point
Flying
lead,
Titans.
go by Cignal.
Isa Molde. Serving for Choco Mucho.
Bilib ako sa mga cheerers ng Choco Mucho. No? They stand up when they score a point.
Ball is
However,
out.
they share the moment of
First technical
disappointment when
timeout.
their team
8.
is unable to deliver. We
Cignal.
are at 8-6
6.
after that service
Mucho.
error. We slide into the first technical TO of the third.
End of the first. Technical timeout. Guest player, and
Continuing with set number 3, it's 8-6. Cignal is ahead. 8-6, as we said, and has a 2-set to love advantage. Here's Faki. It's not going to pierce the defense. This is drop. Zoe Faki keeps it in the air. Here comes Molde. Slices it. Abil is there. Into the back. Valentino. This is missed.
too wide.
Good attempt though from Mars Alba and Luke Malaluan, wanting to go for that short slide to surprise the defense of the HD Spikers.
Service.
It was
Perez.
too strong.
You know, the control element has been Cignal HD almost all the way here. That's missed. It's going to make it 10-6.
Back-to-back errors for Choco Mucho. This is now a 4-point lead for Cignal HD.
And when they start having the lead, they do not relinquish it.
Service. Perez.
Perez. Ponce has been steadfast. That's not going to work. And the blocking has been relatively airtight. Doria contributing 4. And all of her points courtesy of stoppage at the net.
Timeout.
Santil and Sonoran need something here. They're down by 5.
Bilang out yung opening receive natin, kumover tayo, may papalo eh, di ba? Ha? O, sige. Guys, kailangan lang natin ma-maximize yung ano natin. Ha? Yung side out natin, ang problema natin hanggang ngayon, ang side out natin napakababa ng porsyento. Yung first ball natin, first ball ha. Sige, atake tayo naman.
Tara, let's go! Eh, Choco Mucho! Kailangan natin sa gawin.
Yeah, when you look at it, you're on the receiving end of the rally. So ideally, dapat ikaw yung may advantage because you will be the one attacking the defense of your opponent. But we've seen throughout this game that the conversion hasn't been the best for the Flying Titans. That's why they're struggling. So that's something that they have to figure out, I guess, in training.
And getting used to the fact that, again, CC Rondina not around. Well, let's live with that. We have a good player like Zoe Faki, not bad. And they're going to go to him. Perez, Molde with a good stretch on the floor. He tried to dump it over. No success. One more time. Missed it. She's been trying that angle that has not cooperated with her.
She's been bothered by that double block of HD Spikers from the start of this game. I also like the point of Coach Dante. When the ball is already up, someone's going to attack on your end. So you
Correct.
have to give that support behind the attacker.
Oh, that ends a 5-0 run by Cignal. It's been a while since Choco Mucho scored.
That will be the first point of Lut Malaluan as a Flying Titan.
Lut Malaluan. Serving for Choco Mucho.
Cayuna,
1-2 play.
she has eyes
Everywhere.
all over her head. She has a panoramic view of the world.
Such a smart setter. She knew that it was going to be the middle blocker in Lut Malaluan coming from the service line. Kaya hindi talaga maabutan yung drop ball.
Kulang. That's inside. And Doria gets a point through an ace and not through a block.
Lead has now ballooned to 7. There goes Shaq de Los Santos.
Service. Door.
Serving game is still strong for Cignal HD.
14-7. Paki's attempt goes.
Brando
Gets that to
Meneses.
bite.
Paki scores. 8-40.
Marsalba will be serving.
Marcel. Choco Mucho.
Nips the net but crosses over. Molina thwarted. Effort by Abel to keep it in play, but does not reach its destination.
A for effort from the HD Spikers. Choco Mucho will get their 9th point in this third set.
Service.
They can still
Alba.
catch up. In the second set, they were able to come up with 3-4 consecutive points.
Yes.
They have to dig deep and set up their defense first.
I knew it. Jiel just knew that somebody was not home. Jiel just let the takeout delivery, left it at the gate.
For Cignal.
Pick it up later.
She's had an easy time pulling the strings because of the reception from her teammates.
7 points by Cayuna. Abil.
Great dig again from Abil.
That's her energy and her skills blending in nicely. Just short. This is not the usual Choco Mucho. They are having a bit of an identity crisis trying to find out who they are. Let's see if they can find it during this technical timeout.
Second technical timeout. 16. Cignal 9. Choco Mucho. Next lead.
Okay, sama-sama tayo sa laban ngayong Olympic Games Paris 2024 with Cignal. Panoorin ang mga laban sa tatlong exclusive channels at isa pa in high definition anytime, anywhere. Mag-subscribe lang sa Sports Active Pack for only 300 pesos. Glad you're with us here as we are in the third set. The Cignal HD Spikers have a
Serving for
2-set-to-love
Cignal.
lead.
Number 22.
Their setter, Jiel Cayuna, who has contributed 7 points aside from her setting, and that one was not defended properly.
10-16.
Paki taking care of scoring 13 points, all on attacks.
She is the only player in double digits for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. Yung sumunod na sa kanya would be Dindin Santiago Manabat with 7.
Who has not returned to the game.
Yep, right now she is in the bench for Coach Dante. And that will be another unforced error for the Flying Titans.
You know, coaches nowadays, they try not to react to service mistakes, but you know, in their hearts,
Yeah,
Team captain.
it was definitely painful.
That's hard to take. 17-10. Cignal with a very dominant performance, especially in the clutch here. Molde. Cayuna with a kneel down. Basas. Abil. Hello, Molina just had to toss it over. Molde sensing the confusion, it's outside.
Ball is
And
out.
that will give Cignal a commanding 18-10 lead.
Looks like Coach Dante will be focusing on their attacks come training time. That has been their weak spot here in this game.
They need to get ready for Tuesday.
Great save.
Yeah, for Tuesday when they play Akari on Tuesday. Something they will work on in training, as you mentioned. But this still not yet over. What a swing. Perez disappointed, though, that was defended. Here's Molina. Cayuna. Passes. Gotten to by Matayag. Abil makes it a set. MJ no angle. Tang Ponce is the toss over. This is another long rally. And Basas gets it to connect. Basas with an 8-point game.
Choco Mucho was just forced to give multiple free balls to the Cignal HD Spikers, and it was Tony Basas who put an end to that long rally. Now they are just 6 points away from getting win number 1 in the reinforced conference of the PVL.
If they hang on, it's an auspicious start. They have the ingredients, huh? In the meantime, Perez knocks it in.
The block. 20-10.
Of course, should be mentioned that Cignal missing Randy Gandler. As we take a look at the spike of the set brought to you by Dunkin. Pasalubong ng bayan.
Molina.
So if Paki got to it, here's a chase down.
Another chance ball for Cignal.
Oh, ganda no set. Pinadala sa likod sa pipe. One more time around the block here. Cayuna jump set. Nice fake in the air, though. Here comes Mulder. Good reach by... Oh, that's going to be lit.
Yeah.
That's going to be a catch and pass.
The referee.
Too
Catch and
hard
throw.
to let it pass.
She knew it.
So obvious. Di ba nung araw, wala pa yung catch and pass. Lifting, lifting.
Yep.
Yeah, if you use a basketball description, it's a layup. Crawler on the net. Molina. Mars. Nice. Combination in the middle. 2 straight points. Choco Mucho trying to stay alive here.
Smart move from Luke Malaluan. Just placing that ball behind Riri Meneses.
This is the most difficult stretch when you're trying to win the game. Third set, ahead by so many points. Abel bungling that for a moment. Will heave it over. Abel reaches for it. Cayuna. Pasas. He is in the back row. Molde. Did she miss it? She missed it.
21-12.
That's another attack error for the Flying Titans. You can just feel the frustration
May
also.
gigil na eh, no? Ramdam mo eh. 21-12.
Riri Meneses.
We're looking at a 9-point deficit.
Uh-oh. Passing difficulties there. Cignal Cignal returns to the floor on Tuesday. They play Zeus Coffee in the first game on Tuesday. So I'm sure Zeus Coffee, which also did not win its game today, watching this with a ton of interest. They lost to Petrogas in straight sets. We're at 21-13. Oh, Doria. What a game she has played. She has 6 points, 5 on blocks, 1 attack.
Substitution.
Fast swing this time from the middle.
12.
LC will return to the rotation, and that means Jelka Yuna will be an attacker.
Giselle C. serving for the HD Spikers.
Interesting story, didn't see Giselle C. Didn't get a call-up from some of the teams, but continued to play for her community in Marikina. That's return to sender. Dindin can't find a gap. This is kept in the air by Doria. Giselle punched it over, and look at this. No whistle we play on. C. Kayuna. That's blocked! That's blocked!
MJ Perez is doing it all for the HD Spikers. 21 big points for the reinforcement of Coach Shaq De Los Santos. Look at that block reach. No entry for Isa Molde.
You and I were talking about the satisfaction, the utter satisfaction of a block. Whether in connivance with another person, but more so when it's a single block. 10-point lead. That's how. Lead is 9 points. This is that difficult stretch when you're trying to close it. You have this much of a lead. 23-14. 2-set to love lead. Kayuna misses completely. Hoping for a touch. None given. Challenge made. You know, this challenge is more for a timeout for Shaq more than anything else. I think there's no touch really. Smart boy. What, that's the way to do it, di ba? I tease him because when there are some things I don't know, I always ask Shaq, like some terms that I'm not familiar with, like tumba, yung mga ganon, yung mga, ano yung tumba? Madali lang yan. Yan ang sasabihin niya sa akin. Shaq, of course, coach of the Philippine women's team in the Asian Games in 2018. Dante coached here in this venue, silver medal men's team. He's back in the men's team as one of the assistants.
You knew it. There was no block touch on that hit of Jelka Yuna. There wasn't any spin. It was a flat ball.
Yeah, very flat.
Challenge is unsuccessful. Point and serve go to the Flying Titans. Now at
I'll say this about the drums of Choco Mucho, con todo palo, no?
Oh, wow. Tam Ponce is just all over the floor, but there was no follow-up.
Match point.
On that second ball. That was the 26th dig of Tam Ponce in this game, and she has also tallied 15 excellent receptions. So she has done it all defensively for the Flying Titans. It feels so much
more, you know, because, you know, we know the excellence set is a qualitative number. It is subjective.
Match guest player number 15.
It's not a scoring statistic, actually.
Height.
Precarious, difficult. Giselle. Abel has to get out of the way. It's not her ball. Oh, she was out of position. And she mixed up her dance steps.
Then Santiago Manaba continues to fight here in the third set.
I think also Choco is trying to get used to the substitution pattern that they have to use with the people that they have. Trying to get used to playing together certain groups of 6. Oh boy, it has to end this way. Match point. taken by Cignal. Big win. 25-16 is the final count here in the third set. First two sets going the way of Cignal 25-18. 25-21, that was the closest, and now 25-16. Impressive, auspicious win by Cignal, Neil.
Wasn't the best of starts for the Flying Titans, but we have to give it to Cignal HD. Everybody just helped and contributed to this first win of theirs.
Okay, we'll get to meet our best player of the game and wrap up the day after these messages.
Shutdown mo na, Tel.
Okay, friends and volleyball fans, this will bring our day to a close. Straight sets win by Cignal, and Franny Reyes is with our best player of the game. You like this?
Thank you so much, Seb, with 15 digs and 8 excellent receptions. Welcome back, Queen Judith Abel! Judith, masaya kami na nakabalik ka na sa PVL. Mas masaya kami na ikaw ang player of the game. Ikaw naman, kamusta ka?
Sobrang saya po. All glory to God po. Nanalo kami ngayon and thank you!
Now, kanina sinabi mo sa akin na hindi madali ang transition mo to libero, pero ngayon, laking tulong ang ginawa mo for the Cignal HD Spikers. Kamusta naman yung naging preparation mo for this conference?
Naready ko talaga yung sarili ko, like in-embrace ko yung pagiging libero, and thank you din sa teammates ko sa guidance, kay Ate Don din sa binigay niyang advice sa akin, and thank you.
Makakalaban mo naman ang Zeus Thunderbells in your next game. What will you do to prepare?
Dobling sipag pa po and effort and na makatulong sa team at makabigay ng tulong po para makapanalo din ulit.
Thank you so much, Judith. Now is your chance to greet the fans and the HD Spikers supporters who are with us today.
Thank you po sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa amin. Sa family ko po sa Iligan, sa mama at sa papa ko po, hello po. And sa friends ko din sa Iligan, and thank you, all glory to God po. Sa mga boss po namin, thank you po.
Thank you, Judith. A very emotional player of the game interview. Let's close this out, 7 Neil.
Okay, thank you very much, Franny and Judith. Have a good choice because, you know, no question about the performance of MJ Perez. That's a given. She was expected to do that. But the unexpected came from Judith Abel.
Yeah, that's correct. Not to take anything away from the reinforcement of Cignal HD and the setting of Jel Cayuna. But we talked about this in the pregame. It was a very difficult transition for Judith Abel to fill in for the shoes of Don Macandili
Correct,
Katindig and to compete against the libero like Tang Ponce. But she held her own in this game. She was able to tally 15 excellent digs and 8 receptions. And that is also the reason why Cignal HD was on fire in the attacking department. It was a welcoming back party for Queen A here in
That's why they
the
were able
PVL.
to sustain whatever Choco Mucho came up with, even in the second set when it's close and tight. Judith Abel, I know she was in condition. She played in other leagues, and she kept herself in shape, and that's why we welcome her back with open arms here in the PVL.
When she joined the PVL Combine, she actually said that this is probably one of her last chances na makabalik sa professional volleyball, and she has found a new home in the Cignal HD Spikers.
Okay, some end game, the complete match statistics quickly with Neil.
It is very obvious that in all categories, Cignal had the upper hand against the Flying Titans. Choco Mucho gave more errors, and that also provided the Cignal HD with a lot of opportunities to score in transition. And again, Cignal HD, this is their road to redemption. They got their first win, and as for Choco Mucho, the competition is far from over. They can bounce back in the succeeding games.
And they have till Tuesday to make their preparations. And this is the schedule come Saturday, July 20. Cherry Tigo returns to the floor against Next Sled. Galleries Tower, which had a 5-set nail-biter, which unfortunately they didn't win. But PLDT had the winning 5-setter just last Tuesday in the longest day in the PVL. And Dreamland also tries to bounce back. A lot of losing teams in the first day trying to recover on that day on Saturday. Thank you, Neil Flores, Ryan Reyes, and the entire production team from the Premier Volleyball League. You know, the heart beats loudly here, and we like to follow it every step of the way. And we're glad that you are there with us. Good night.